Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. It is Nature Angel here. I am so tired, so ignore the tired look. I came back from work today and I was like, I'm gonna film this video. And then the power went out, but the power is back on now, so all is well. But if you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, hello. I am so happy to have you back. I'm so happy to have all of you here. So today, I originally was gonna do a vlog, which maybe I'll do next time or in 2 more videos, but I decided instead I should do another sit down because I thought of ways to calm down students. So sometimes there's just a lot going on, and especially when you just start, they might just kind of throw a kid into your office and you're like, what do I do? Like, all of the things that you learned may go like right out of your head, or you just might not have access to that. It might not be realistic. So I have put together just 5 things you can do to possibly calm students down in your office. And if that sounds interesting and something you want to know more about, then keep on watching. The first thing is that some kids might just want to vent, you know, like some kids just come in and they just want to let off what they feel on their chest. And I will tell you right now, let me tell you a little secret. Sometimes that may include cursing. So I know when I was actually in my internship, the social worker and the psychologist, we would use the office that we had with students that we trust. Like sometimes they would get in trouble in class for cursing, like previously in class for saying swear words, things like that. So we would let them come in and we're like, this is your space that you can do that, because you know you're gonna get in trouble if you do it in class. If you feel like you just need to like shout out these words and then go back, okay. Now obviously there were exceptions to the rule, so if they're saying anything like negative or derogatory, you know, we might have to have a talk about that. But if they're coming in just using the word in a casual sentence, not trying to offend anyone, then we would let them do that because they would get in trouble for doing it in the classroom. And I think that I worked with high schoolers also, so that's another thing. It depends what age. I worked with high schoolers when I was in internship, and there's obviously a time and a place when it is appropriate and not appropriate to use those curse words. So we're like, in the classroom is not appropriate. You could pretend like the office that we're in is like, I don't know, you're hanging out with someone. Okay, we have your best interests in mind, and if that's really all you need, then okay. So my point is that one thing you can do is just let the kids vent, okay? Listen to them, try not to stop them. If they happen to say something that is like a swear word, yeah. I hope that makes sense. If they are saying anything derogatory though, like definitely let them know, because using derogatory terms is not okay. The second one, which I think is the most common and what a lot of people think of, is breathing. So breathing is so simple, and I feel like we're told to breathe all the time through stressful situations, but the particular method that I like to use, and honestly a lot of you may have already learned this or use it already, the anxiety coping technique, where you use the 5 things. So it's 5 things that you see, 4 things that you can touch, 3 things that you can hear, 2 things that you smell, and 1 thing that you taste. So I try to do that because they could do that anywhere, but instead of just sitting and breathing, it kind of gives them something to think about and something to do, you know? And I'll do it with them. Like, okay, let's do the 5 things that you see in the room. I could give you an example. I see the poster on the wall and it says this, you know? Or I can hear the cars outside. So I usually do it with them and maybe give like an example to start it off and then go from there. The third thing, and I know I mentioned some of these a lot, but having fidgets, but also maybe even like a yoga ball or the little bike pedal that you can sit at the chair and pedal it. I don't know what it's called, but I'm gonna put in a picture. And I know I have that at my middle school. It's not mine, the social worker has it in our office. And some of the kids like to do that. Like while we're talking to them, they just are like, can I just sit in the chair and pedal this? Like, yeah, you can, because it's like riding a bike. It's giving them something to do. If they're frustrated, you know, they can like pedal really fast. So having something like that helps. I mean, obviously the fidgets, but maybe not everyone wants to touch something. Then we have the yoga ball. It's like, okay, you can move around in it, you can bounce on it, or maybe you just want to sit still and just relax in it, not use your hands, but then you can pedal with your feet. So that is something to think about, having just different kind of like tactile and different sensational things and different things you can do for mindfulness while they are in your office. Another thing, especially for any kids that are really creative, can be having like journaling, coloring, drawing, something like that. Like some kids like to draw and doodle. Maybe they just need like a 10-minute break. Especially in the elementary school, I think a lot of the kids like to come into our office and they're just like, I just want to color up marker. So we'll have like coloring books, but you could also just have like blank books if they want to just draw anything down. Have like a variety of things, like maybe they like markers, crayons, colored pencils. So just kind of having that for a creative outlet. Also, not just for calming down, but drawing. Some kids, if something happens to them that I've noticed in the elementary school, they don't want to tell us, but they'll say they'll draw it out for us. So having that available, so it's like, okay, here you go, giving them the supplies. They can express themselves through that artwork. And the last thing that you can do that I thought of for calming kids down, if you are able to, can you take them outside? I know in my elementary school, it's blocked off because they have recess outside, so there's like a couple playgrounds and it's gated off. And then in my middle school, the gym goes outside, so it's like kind of gated around the side because the gym uses it. And sometimes they'll have activities out there and different sports teams out there, so it's connected to the school. But if you're with a student, you can be like, hey, can I take them out in this area, because it's still a part of the school and it's closed off, so they're not gonna, you know, run off. I mean, if you think that they are a flight risk, then don't take them out there. But if you think that it's fine, then sometimes they just need like a breath of fresh air, or maybe they just want to get out of that environment that school is stressing them out. So walking around the outside, even just like one lap around, might help. Or playing a game, like maybe you play a quick game of basketball with them, they might open up more. It just really might help them to come back down. And I think that's overlooked a lot, but it's really helpful for any age, really. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I know that it's really short, but I just wanted to come in and name like 5 quick things that you can do with students to help them calm down. If you can think of any more, please definitely let me know, because I would love to learn more. A lot of these I just picked up just being in the work environment and seeing what other staff have done and what worked and what didn't. Things that I tried, like trial and error. So that's what I found out works. But I know there's a million more things. So if you guys have any good ideas, definitely let me know. I'd love to hear it. And I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that this is helpful, and I hope that you guys can use this and find it useful. I will see you guys next time, okay? Bye.